Okay, let's begin. Hello everybody. My name is Rainer Jasmine, and I am a manager for our business school at Aarhus University. Now, I know I don't look like a typical Danish Viking, but I am Danish. So just to tell you that everybody are welcome in Denmark and that we are an international community. And my parents are from the Philippines, but I was born and raised in Denmark, and I think we have over 120 different nationalities living in the city of Aarhus. So that's me. I've been working for the university for the last 4 or 5 years, and I did my bachelor at Aarhus University, and then I took my master degree in CBS, Copenhagen Business School, and today I'm here to talk about our business school in Aarhus. Thank you for coming, guys. It's really amazing. I normally just talk to 30 or 40 people, but I can hear that there's over 200 here, so that's really amazing. Thanks. This will be the agenda for today. I'm going to talk about Aarhus University and the city itself. Of course, I'm going to mention the European Capital of Culture 2017, because that's this year and next year is no good. Aarhus BSS is our School of Business and Social Sciences. We have 4, can you hear me at the back? Good. Aarhus University has 4 different faculties: arts, science, technology, medicine, which means health, and then the business school. I'm going to be more specific about the bachelor and the master programs that we offer in English, and of course the admission requirements. Deadlines and other relevant information is also very important to know, and then of course if you have any questions, raise your hands and ask them. Don't wait with the questions to the very end. If you have any questions during the presentation, raise your hands please, and then ask the questions. It's much easier that way, okay? Welcome to Aarhus University. We're a young and modern university from 1928. We have a comprehensive university, which means that we cover all major academic areas with the 4 faculties. We have approximately 42,500 students, and the business school itself covers 16,500 students. So we're one of the broadest and biggest business schools in Europe, actually. 12% are international students, but our PhD are actually close to 30%. So that means that we're not only internationally recognized for our bachelor and master degrees, but our PhD and research facilities is also very much internationalized. 120 plus nationalities, which means that we have people from everywhere in the world working, studying, and living in Aarhus in Denmark. Ranking is always good to start out with. We are a top 100 ranked university, so if you would look us up at Leiden, at QS, Times, higher educational ranking system, we are actually a top 100 ranked university, which is really good because for you guys, you can take a bachelor degree at our university and then you can use it elsewhere because we're an international recognized university. So the ranking is also really good to look at when you're choosing your university. Of course, we have highly satisfied international students. We have free career service. We have a job bank, which means that we have a job database where you can look for student jobs, jobs after graduation, and internship if you're interested in that. And of course, I'm going to talk about the visa rules that we have in Denmark. But for you guys, because hopefully all of you are EU citizens, there are really no visa issues for you guys because you will be treated as a normal Dane or a normal EU student. So no visa issues for you guys. This means that you can actually stay and work after graduation if you find a job. Yeah. Aarhus, well, Denmark in general is a very small country, 5.5 million people living. In Aarhus, there are 320,000 people living. 25% of those are students, so everybody are there to study. It's a safe and secure place to live in, and we call ourselves as Denmark's student city number 1. We are on the coast, which means that in the summer, especially in the summer, we have the beach, which is really nice. But we can only use it for 2 weeks because the rest of the time it's very, very cold. Just a joke. We have the harbor and the forest. And anywhere between 15 minutes of bike ride, you can actually reach everything from the campus. So this is just to tell you that it's a really small city, but also easy to study in if you go there and study in the next couple of years. Yeah, just to show you some of the pictures from the countryside. And this is from the campus. We have a really, oh, sorry. This is from the campus. We have a really nice university park, but specifically in Aarhus, we cover a big area throughout the city. So we have a big campus park, but also we have student facilities by the harbor, downtown, and other places around the city. So this just means that we are the biggest educational institution in Aarhus. This is one of a video that we have during the summer. We have a boat race, which is very famous. 30 or 40,000 people are attending this each year, and I just wanted to show you something fun. This year, 2017, Aarhus will be hosting the European Capital of Culture, which means this is the year of culture, and over 4,000 different culture activities, events, concerts will be throughout the year, and most of it is for free. So if you come to Denmark or to Aarhus this year, you will actually be experiencing something that is really, really cool, and you can experience a lot of cultural activities throughout the year. If you are interested in just coming and visit it as a tourist, you can. There's an official program on the webpage where you can have a look. These are just some of the pictures of the events and the cultural aspects that they are holding. I'm not going to show you a video because I don't think it will work, but yeah, go into our webpage, aarhus2017.dk/en, and you can have a look at the program and the different activities that they offer. I got it to work. Thanks. Okay, Aarhus BSS is the School of Business and Social Sciences. Our main campus is in Aarhus, the city of 320,000 people. Our smaller campus is called Herning campus, which is an hour away from Aarhus with 2,000 students. The difference is that in Aarhus, the main challenge, as most of the bigger university cities, is accommodation. But in Herning, because it's a smaller city, we can actually guarantee you housing right next to the university. So this is also something that you should take into consideration when you're choosing the programs and the university that you're looking into. Yeah. As I said, we are covering pretty much the whole city with different student facilities and buildings. And these are the different types of buildings that we have. The university park and the different modern facilities where we have our institutes and faculties. This is from Herning. It's a much younger and modern campus. So this is, yeah, everything is new in the state of the art. And of course, the housing guarantee is very, very important to mention here. The bachelor and the master programs. We actually have 3 bachelor programs that we offer in English. We have one economics and business administration, which we offer both in Herning and Aarhus. And then we have a Bachelor of Science in Marketing and Management Communication, which is only offered in Aarhus. And then we have a Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Global and Management Manufacturing. Now, I can speak all day about these programs, but if you are interested in some of the programs that I've mentioned here, you can come to my table and then I can explain more a little bit about it for you guys if you're interested. The master programs, or I can say that the bachelor programs are 3 years and our master programs are 2 years. I know some of the master programs in the UK and Sweden are 1 year, but all our master programs are 2 years. Yeah, political science, a Master of Science in Political Science, Master of Science in Corporate Communication, and then we have Master of Science in Economic and Business Administration. Under this, we have maybe 12 different profiles that you can study. So depending on the specialization that you're interested in, we can pretty much cover everything within economics and business administration. The technology-based business development is a mix between engineering and business. And this is one of the most practical programs that we have. This means that from almost day one, you will be matched with some of the companies that we work with. You've probably heard about Lego, which is one of the most famous companies that we have in Denmark and that we work with for this program. So each time you have a theory or you need to do a case study, we will try to use a company that is real, and the problem solving should be real as well. So this is just to tell you that even though it's a highly research-based university, focusing on research and PhD research and the theory, we also have the practical angle to it. If some of you are interested in the economics and management and quantitative economics, we also have that, which purely focus on the economics aspect of the study. You can find more on our webpage here, where you can find the bachelor programs, the master programs, and we even offer MBA programs and PhD if you are interested in that as well. Let me just mention that the difference between the university in Denmark and the academies and colleges is that if you want to do a master or PhD, I would always advise you to do a bachelor degree at the university. If you are interested in doing a short program, a bachelor program in academy or a college, because you want to work with a specific area, then of course it's fine to do a bachelor degree in an academy and a college. But if you are looking into a career with a master or PhD, then always choose a university if you're interested in that. Admission requirements, which is very important. These are for the bachelors. In Denmark, in our university, we don't really look at your grades, but we're very much interested in the number of hours of your relevant course. So if you're, for instance, interested in studying economics and business administration, we would always look at your past 4 years of high school and then see whether or not you have had enough mathematics. If you're interested in the global management manufacturing, we would have a look and see if you've had enough physics. And if you're interested in the management marketing, we would have a look if you have enough of history or social sciences. So this is just to say that we're not just looking at your grades, we're actually more interested in the courses that you've had during your high school in order for you to qualify for the bachelor programs that we offer. All the programs that we offer in Aarhus is one of the most important thing about that is the requirement is the English test. We only normally accept TOEFL, IELTS, or Cambridge certificate at B level 2 or level B, but for the marketing and management communication, which is very difficult to get into, we actually need 100 in TOEFL, overall minimum score, or 7.0 IELTS or Cambridge C2 level. If you're more interested in asking me questions about the specific requirements, please come pass by my table and I can explain more in details. Or you can have a look at our webpage, where all the information that I have put it in this presentation will be on the webpage. Questions about admission. We have a centralized admission office at our university, so if you have any questions whatsoever, you can also always send an email to our admission office and they will help you be more specific about what you need to do in order to qualify for the programs. This is the checklist for Slovakian students. Again, it's just focusing for the bachelors. I will talk about the masters in a minute. But yeah, I had a meeting 2 days ago with our bachelor admission, and they told me that this is important to mention for you guys, because the most important thing is, of course, the English language test whenever you send your application, documentation of citizenship, a copy of the passport would do, and then I need help to pronounce this, copy of the diploma, which is this that we're looking for. And then, of course, a copy of the transcript for all the 4 or 5 years that you've had. I've heard that most of you have 4 years of high school. Have any of you 5 years of high schools here? Yeah? Okay. Good to know. This is actually an advantage for you guys, because when we're looking at the number of hours of mathematics or physics or history or social sciences, all the 4 or 5 years of high school will be included, so that's a good thing. Of course, English translation of all the relevant documents. This means that if your school doesn't provide an English translation, you can actually translate it yourself, but you need to ask your school whether or not they are willing to sign and stamp the documentation, because we're going to need an English translation of everything whenever you decide to send your application. Yeah, this is on the positive side. Normally, Slovakian students at our university, they don't have any problems meeting the deadlines. And this is also very important to stress that even though you are qualified for some of the programs, we experience that some students, they actually don't get in because they don't meet the deadlines. And that's just too bad. So be sure to meet the deadlines. Application deadlines for our programs are always March 15. And then, of course, there's another deadline for uploading all the relevant documents. I think we will get it here. This is for the master programs. Admission requirements. Normally, we have very specific admission requirements for the master programs. And the reason for that is that in order for qualify to any of our master programs, you need to have specific courses in your bachelor in order to qualify for the right one at the master level. So this is just an example. If you're interested in studying a Master of Science in Economics and Business Administration, we will look for these specific courses in your bachelor. So quantitative and qualitative methods, managerial economics and operation management, marketing, finance and accounting, organization and leadership theory, microeconomics. All these 6 courses are very important during your bachelor if you wish to study an MSc in Economics and Business Administration. I can tell you more about how we convert the ECTS points, but the main thing for you to know is that if you don't have these courses during your bachelor, you will not be able to qualify for the MSc in Economics and Business Administration. Again, we're not looking at your grades, but we're looking at the content and the courses that you've had during your bachelor. And if you are interested in asking our admission office specific questions about your curriculum and your requirements, then send an email to ma.admission@au.dk. Deadlines. March 15 is the application deadline for the bachelors. It's also the application deadline for the masters. But all EU and EEA and Swiss citizens with a non-Danish bachelor's degree, they need to send in their online application before March 15. For non-EU, it's a bit earlier, it's January 15. Now, between May, June, your application will be processed and you will be either admitted or, of course, rejected. So this is just to tell you a bit the timeline. And the semester will normally start around 1st of September. 1st of July, that's the final deadline for uploading all relevant documents. So this means that if you are sending your application before March 15, but you don't have your language test or you don't have your diploma yet, don't worry, you can send that in afterwards. Okay? For the masters, you have the deadline for documenting English language, 1st of August. Okay, this is other important information. I'm sure you know this, but all EU students, they don't pay tuition fees in Denmark. So if you do get admitted, you can study for free. In general, our bachelor degrees are 8,500 euros per year, and the master are 10,000 euros per year. You can also work during your studies. You can work anywhere between 10 to 20 hours a week. If you have a legal contract and pay tax out of the salary that you get, you can also apply for a government grant. I'm sure you probably heard about this also, but if you want me to explain a little bit more about it, you can pass my table and we can talk more about it. Approximately living expenses, 800 euros per month, but this is an average. Some will be able to live and study there for 600 euros a month, and some will need to have 1,000. So this is just an average covering accommodation, living expenses, books, etc. Housing. I mentioned earlier that we can actually guarantee housing in our smaller campus Herning, but in Aarhus we don't have any guarantees. We have a housing organization where you can sign up for housing, but also I would advise you to look into the private market, try to find private Facebook groups that are offering housing. Last but not least, we have an open day event. So if any of you are in Denmark, are in Aarhus, either on February 10th or in Herning, February 25th, you're welcome to come by. We have around 300 students coming from all over Europe for this event already. They've signed up. And, well, we have room for more. So if you're in Denmark and in Aarhus, please drop by. We will, of course, let you meet the professors, some of the international students that are there, and also give you a campus tour so you know how it is to study there. Questions? It's a big crowd, so you can come by my table and you can ask them. Thank you very much.